I've spent months scouring through all of the source books to figure out what is the most powerful combination in D&D 5e. And today I'm going to share that combo with you. So sit down and enjoy while I take you through the most powerful combination in all of D&D 5e. Now, D&D has hundreds of different spells and abilities, which made it really difficult to decide on one combo to rule them all, but I decided to go with this one specifically because it doesn't lock to level 20. In fact, as far as levels is concerned, you can technically pull this combo off as early as level 3. That's right, one of the most powerful combos in all of D&D 5e is available at 3rd level. Technically, you can pull this off starting at level 2, but to guarantee maximum damage, you need something that you unlock at level 3. But enough chatter, let's get into the combo. First thing, this combo requires is 2 specific classes, a Paladin and a Cleric. You give the Paladin either a Greatsword or a Maul, which deals 2d6 damage, plus their Strength modifier. The Paladin needs Great Weapon Fighting as their fighting style, which gives them the ability to reroll damage if they roll a 1 or a 2. This is incredibly important for the combo to maximize damage. The Paladin should also have the ability to cast Thunderous Smite and cast it on themselves before they plan to use this combo. Thunderous Smite deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage on their next hit. Now, if you've played D&D for any length of time, you are likely aware of the Paladin's ability to smite, specifically Divine Smite. The Paladin can choose to spend a spell slot to deal an extra 2d8 damage for a level 1 spell slot. So, if they follow these steps, the Paladin alone has the potential to deal 4d6 plus 2d8 plus their Strength modifier with the ability to reroll all damage rolls. In terms of damage range, the lowest damage you can deal with this combo is 6, assuming you roll all 1s on every dice even after you reroll them with your Great Weapon Fighting and you have no Strength modifier. The most damage you can deal with this combo is 45, assuming you roll a max damage on all dice and have a Strength mod of 5. But realistically, on average, you'll probably deal somewhere in the ballpark of 25 damage on a hit. And that doesn't sound very powerful, does it? Well, considering this is all available at level 2 and only requires a Paladin, it's much more powerful than you might think. Especially considering that a CR2 Polar Bear has 42 average hit points, meaning that the Paladin could deal nearly half its health in one strike or outright kill it with good enough rolls. By the way, a CR2 means that it should be a challenge for 4 level 2 players. So the fact that a Paladin could outright kill it in one hit potentially is pretty strong. But we haven't even gotten started yet, my friends. The next part of this combo includes the Cleric, specifically a Grave Domain Cleric, and it's the crux of this entire combo. The Grave Cleric gains access to a very specific ability at level 2 called the Path of the Grave. This is an ability that the Cleric can use on a creature within 30 feet of them that curses the target, and the next time you or an ally strike them with an attack, they have vulnerability on all damage dealt. For those who aren't familiar with vulnerability, it is effectively the opposite of resistance. Rather than dealing half damage, you deal double. And now you understand where the real power of this combo comes from. The Cleric utilizes its Path of the Grave ability, and it will double all damage dealt to that creature on a next hit. It is important to note that this is different than a critical hit, and it doesn't just double the dice, it doubles all damage total. So if the Cleric utilizes this ability in tandem with the Paladin, at level 2 it flat out doubles whatever damage it deals. That means that even if the Paladin rolls 1s on every single dice out of the 6 total dice it's rolling, even after Great Weapon Fighting and has no Strength modifier, it will deal 12 damage. If the Paladin rolls max damage, they will deal up to 90 points of damage with a single attack. And for a level 2 character, remind you, 90 points of damage is not bad if I say so myself. But we can go even deeper. If we can push this combo to level 3, both classes get abilities that will increase the damage even further. The Paladin gains access to Oath of Devotion, which allows them to add their Charisma bonus to the damage roll. So at level 3, the Paladin would deal 4d6 plus 2d8 plus their Strength and Charisma modifier, taking their maximum total damage dealt to 50 in a single attack with an average of 28 damage without the Cleric. But the Cleric also gains access to level 2 spells, which just so happens to include Hold Person. Hold Person forces a Wisdom saving throw or become paralyzed, and being paralyzed is detrimental to someone's health. Any paralyzed creature hit with an attack within 5 feet of them is an automatic critical hit. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, critical hits and vulnerability do stack. So if a paralyzed creature is hit by this combo with all of the previous abilities mentioned, that is going to deal some real damage. The actual equation looks something like this. How this would work out is you would roll the dice, you would then double the rolls of the dice because of the critical, at which point you would then add your strength and charisma modifier. Then take that total number and double that because of vulnerability, and you have your total damage. If we add all of this up, assuming max damage, a cleric and a paladin using this combo could deal up to 180 damage in a single strike at level 3. For a point of reference, 180 damage is the average health of a CR 13 beholder and only 20 total hit points away from an adult white dragon. Meaning that this combo could theoretically, given the circumstances, kill a beholder or an adult white dragon in one hit at level 3. And that is why it's the most powerful combo in the game. But before you get all, oh, that's max damage and the +5 modifiers, blah blah blah, let me go a bit deeper. With average stats and average damage rolls, this combo would still deal roughly 90 points of damage in a single strike, which is still enough to kill an air elemental or even a Balgura demon in one hit. So it's still damn powerful even with average rolls. Hell, even with terrible rolls, you can still deal 40 damage in a single hit, which is still significantly more damage than anything else you'll have access to at level 3. And you can still pull this off in roughly one round of combat. First, the cleric casts Hold Person on a target. The paladin then uses his bonus action to cast Thunderous Smite on his maul, and holds and readies his action until the cleric uses his Path of the Grave ability. Then, on the cleric's next turn, he uses Path of the Grave, triggering the paladin's held action and igniting the handheld nuke that is the paladin's maul. Needless to say, if you can pull this combo off, you might want to make sure that you're nowhere near civilization, because you're probably going to have a hard time explaining why there's a giant crater in the middle of the town. But anyways, that is the most powerful combination in D&D 5e. At least the low-level edition. I can't wink. I don't know why I tried to wink. Again, I chose this combo specifically because of how early you get access to it. There are technically stronger combos, but since you get this level 3, I think the power scaling is much more important here. If you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, and if you're feeling extra super supportive, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/thiscrit. It really helps the channel, and you get access to a bunch of cool rewards like all the homebrew used in our Livestream campaign, and the ability to even make an NPC in our game. You can also join our brand new Discord server and be some of the first beholders in the community to join. Also, if you have any crazy powerful combos, let me know in the comment section below. I read every comment, almost always reply, and who knows, I might even feature it in my next video. Thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on Friday.